ท่านผู้ชมทุกท่านการแข่งขันกอล์ฟรายการ Mizuho America's Open 2025 ระหว่างวันที่ 8-11 พฤษภาคม 2568 จัดการแข่งที่สนาม Liberty National Golf Club เมืองเจอร์ซีย์รัฐนิวเจอร์ซีย์ประเทศสหรัฐอเมริกาในรายการนี้มีนักกอล์ฟสาวไทยแข่งขันจำนวน 8 คนผลงานของนักกอล์ฟสาวไทยจะเป็นเช่นไรรอเชียร์ไปด้วยกันนะครับสำหรับคลิปไฮไลท์โดยละเอียดกลุ่มเด่นฟีเจอร์กรุ๊ปนี้ได้ตัดต่อไฮไลท์ให้มีความต่อเนื่องเพื่อให้นักกอล์ฟท่านผู้ชมและแฟนคลับได้ชมเพื่อการบันเทิงได้เรียนรู้เทคนิคและวิธีการของนักกอล์ฟสาวระดับโลกในการเล่นในสนามที่มีความท้าทายแห่งนี้เพราะหลุมส่วนใหญ่มีแฟร์เวย์ที่แคบมากมีอุปสรรคจากน้ำและบังเกอร์เป็นจำนวนมากก่อนที่จะชมไฮไลท์การแข่งขันอย่าลืมกดไลค์กดติดตามและกดกระดิ่งแจ้งเตือนจะได้ไม่พลาดการชมคลิปใหม่ในครั้งต่อไปขอบคุณมากครับ
Again, when she opened? No, I just got some massage here for the house.
LPGA Tour proudly present the season-long race to the CME Globe. from Jersey City, New Jersey, live first round coverage of the Mizuho Americas Open. We stand right now, we have a tie at the top. Heydan Yu, last week's winner of the Black Desert Championship, is continuing her good form alongside Minji Lee. The two are 5 under, but a whole host of names gather underneath, and we look forward to bringing you our coverage for the next 3 hours or so from this beautiful venue and the 11th LPGA Tour event this season. I'm to the 16th hole, and Minji Lee, who leads the tournament right now with a beautiful approach, Morgan, into the short par 4.
She's found herself in contention quite a few times this year already. Not yet found her way into the winner's circle yet, but off to a great start here at Liberty National.
Yeah, just a beauty. She had 4 straight birdies to finish off her first 9 holes. This is Gabby Ruffles at 11.
A couple of birdies early on her card.
Drain that one in to get to 3 under. How about last week's winner, Heydan Yu, is continuing a good run of form. This was her on 7.
She is just making golf look really easy right now, Carr, even from that tough lie in the rough. It's a beauty here. One of the hardest holes on the course.
Used that slope perfectly. Tapped in the birdie, got to 4 under, then this with the putter at 9. Never a doubt. She gets at the 10th.
We know she's got all the length in the world, using it to her advantage here on this par 5. Should be able to hit it close. Oh, even on the green. Those are 2 really big shots right there. She is just Liberty National, front right hole location today, a little bit more accessible. Ideally want to be just left of this flag stick today.
Well, Paddy has played in all 3 editions of the Mizuho Americas Open. Finished tied 7th last.
Left that cuts in at 270 off the tee. If you take it down the right side, you're going to have a shorter shot into the green if you want to get there in 2.
Perfect position for Thitikul.
Really making inroads here. If she can just continue to keep going, keep plodding along, it'll be very good for her, because it can't have been easy not having the same results as what she was getting last year. And that's a great tee shot.
Yeah,
got into trouble with the last tee ball, missed it right, so you kind of expect a little bit of a rebound from that, and this one is heading a little left.
oh goodness, that could be trouble over there.
Off the long look at this one. Oh, what a putt! Just the perfect distance for Paddy to that front right hole location. She drains in a good bounce back birdie after bogeying the par 5
Green, be up the hill a little bit, breaking to her right. And she's just at a place, Cara, where she's making the game look easy.
It was interesting on Sunday because she had not converted from that position with the 54-hole lead before on the LPGA Tour, so you did get the sense that there were some questions asked about some Sunday struggles previously, but there were no struggles out in Utah. Just a convincing 5-stroke victory in her 3rd in the last 3 consecutive years.
Oh goodness, this head going by the hole.
And this to take the lead outright. Nicely done. She led wire to wire last week. Held the lead through all 4 rounds as she won for the 3rd time on the LPGA Tour and is off to a great start.
Should be a really nice club for Nelly. Land it on the green within the first sort of few yards. It's a high floaty fade to the right half of the green.
That's going to be just short of that bridge, similar to a place we just saw a head-on putt from. Beautiful shot there.
Let's go up to 11 and check in with our leader on the tee at the par 3.
Trying to get it to move right, but looks like she pulled it.
Yeah, touch, but she finds the putting surface. Hayden Yu will have another look at birdie. Back to 10, and Jeeno.
That's from 228, 1 yard less than Nelly. Very similar flight on that shot to Nelly's.
Trundle down just to a low area there. Is the line more challenging here, Karen, or the speed?
I always think it's the speed, because you've got to go uphill, then it flattens out, then it goes downhill towards the hole.
Oh, is that any good?
What a magnificent putt right there. Managed both exceptionally well, the speed and the line.
So she'll have a few feet left for birdie to get to 4 under. What about Nelly Corder, Karen?
Well, she would have had
similar.
I mean,
This looks to be the putter that Nelly put in the bag after the first round of the Chevron Championship a couple weeks ago.
That just moved away from the hole location towards the end, but still a few feet left for birdie as they try to take advantage of the par 5. Up to 11, and this is our leader. Hayden Yu after birdie at the 10th to get to 6 under. She leads by 1. This is another chance. Great pace.
I just heard ball strike.
And back at the 10th, Yuka Sasso has this left for birdie.
yeah, she pitched out the rough, had to hit a 4 under here, but the fact that she even had an opportunity for birdie was pretty good.
Unable to convert though, so she will settle for a 6, bogey 6 at the 10th. Up at 11, Ingrid Lindblad staring down a birdie opportunity.
Yeah, this is a good place to putt from. Can be aggressive with it up the hill, breaking to her left.
Just broke a little bit more than she accounted for, but that'll be a tap in par. And Nelly on the 10th has this left for birdie.
And the gut feeling here on this putt, Cara, is that it wants to move just a little bit to the right, but I don't see it doing a huge amount. So maybe just split that edge.
It's just amazing that 12 months ago she arrived here with 5 wins already that season. Hasn't found the winner's circle yet this year. But gets the birdie there. So our defending champion climbs up to 3 under and within 3 of the lead. Good recovery after bogeying the first hole. She bounced back with birdies at the 2nd and 3rd. What is it, Morgan, you think that's held her back this year?
I just think that what she accomplished last year was almost a once-in-a-lifetime type of an accomplishment. And, you know, she keeps grinding away. It's not that easy. It's not that easy to do what she did last year. And, you know, she's been close. I think just hasn't quite been as sharp with her putter. I'd say that would be one of the things that has let her down a little bit differently this year than last.
Yeah, runner-up at the Hilton Grand Vacations Tournament of Champions to start the year has been her best finish to date, as we watch Thitikul with her birdie. No problem. So she climbs to 4. We're going to see some low scores out there today, Karen.
I think so. I mean, it is perfect out here.
Now, Paddy Tavatanikit drove it in trouble at the 12th. Pitched out. This her 3rd.
Hole location tucked on the right. Do have to keep it left, because if you miss this green to the right, that's a pretty tricky chip.
couldn't hit a much better shot than that right there. Beautiful position.
There's a good look at the front right hole location at 11 today. Just 4 paces from that right-hand side, but Jeeno put herself in good position. Now Nelly.
Nelly has a 6-iron out. She has the blueprint. She knows exactly what to do, and Jeeno and Nelly hit the ball very similarly distance-wise, and so she will know exactly what this ball will do when it hits the green. More aggressive line here.
Just hangs on. Everything slopes away just beyond that golf ball right there. That's going to be a quick putt.
Oh, this is way right. Not a very good shot at all.
I would say her position at the top looks quite different. Oh, goodness. She's definitely got a two-way miss going. She was really laid off there.
Well, they walk down 11. We'll head up to 12 and see if Paddy Tavatanakit can save par. After driving it in trouble, she didn't manage. So that will be a bogey that drops her to 2 under. 2 bogeys in the last.
Downhill onto the green. And because that whole location is tucked so close to the right, it's going to make for a hard read. That was pretty good speed there, though.
So she will indeed settle for a bogey after the wayward tee shot.
Just wayward tee shot on 9 and on 10. Just, yeah, sometimes you have those days. Your swing isn't quite there. You just got to keep clawing your way back.
Okay, it looks like Thitikul will be next to play. Beautiful tee shot, Karen. Finished about pin high.
It was absolutely textbook, and I think that's an indication of a player that is picking good targets and is able to hit those targets by executing the shots. And very solid player, very consistent player, so not surprised to see her playing well here on a golf course that I think is very demanding on every single shot. She's going to move a little to the right with this putt.
Oh, used the entire cup, but found it for a birdie. Moves her up into a tie for second. 3 birdies in the last 4 holes, Morgan.
It took a full lap, Cara, around this hole here. Little victory lap. I didn't think it was going to catch that much of the hole. Thought it was going to break out, but had just enough pace to hold the line, catch the edge.
Okay, now Nelly from just off of the green.
She did have a club out to look as if she wanted to chip this, but going with the putter.
Yeah, and comes up just short. So she'll walk away with a 3. Sounds like the Seagulls are enjoying the action out on the shores here at Liberty National Golf Club. And here's our leader, Heydan Yu, at the 12th.
This is one where, as soft as the golf course is, just have to control your spin. Love that tempo swing, 3/4. Be aggressive with. Just pick a spot about halfway to the hole, get it rolling over that, and let gravity take it the rest of the way.
Oh, that was always out to the left. We're back at the 12th. Jeeno Thitikul's drive found the left-hand rough.
Yeah, it was from a thick piece of rough. She caught a little bit of tree on the way up, trying to get over the tree that was in front of her.
Let's go up to 13. Paddy Tavatanikit with her third.
Only really 35 yards from the front of the green, so nothing really here. You can choose how you want to play this. You can fly it sort of on top of a little ridge and let it release a couple of steps back to the hole, or you can get it to run more.
Go on.
Oh, she's done that.
All right.
Yeah, she went the low route.
And it took a bit of distance off of it, but this is a tough bunker shot. One of those sort of long ones that you might not want to play with your lob wedge. You might want to take something with less loft and get it to release, just as she's done there. That's pretty good.
All right, well, while we have a moment, we haven't heard from Tom. But yes, what a vista it is. And Megan Kang is preparing for her afternoon tea time at 1:21 today. Now Nelly at the 12th for birdie. Oh, what a putt! Down the slope, the drive deserved it. Curled it in from the left-hand side, and with a birdie look here at the 14th. And that one.
And there's a penalty area down the left side that comes into play at 275 off the tee. You've got a couple of bunkers down the right. And I think this one's looking really good.
Now Thitikul on the tee at 13.
Hits the ball about the same distance as Nelly off the tee. So it does have to be aware of the penalty area. That'll be fine.
Yeah, just soft enough with the amount of rain that has fallen.
Clubs with her second shot. 3 wood have been too much. 7 wood not quite enough. But she tried to turn one over but left it out to the right. So a little pitch now across the green.
The tee at 14.
This is such a spectacular hole. Stand there on the tee box and get lost in the city skyline. Take a really firm bounce there. One of the firmest we've seen of the day. That's going to trickle down close to the penalty area.
Laguna's focus on the whole location right now is this, Karen, is a look at eagle.
It is. It's downhill pretty much all the way to the hole with a little slider to the right.
Back in the field again with the AJGA component this year. Now Nelly for birdie at 13.
It's got a little dip in the middle of this putt downhill to start, and it was back uphill at the hole, but it's a tough opportunity to miss.
Yeah, this is a hole where nearly the entire field is taking advantage.
At 13.
Same shot from what we've seen from Brooke. Looks to be quite a bit closer to the green, so going with more of a bump and run. Up and down here, and all is forgiven.
Oh. What a wedge shot. Beautiful recovery. She'll tap in for the par and move on. This is Steph Kyriakou trying to capitalize at the 16th. And she does.
Only the 4th birdie of the day on that 16th hole.
And her 3rd birdie in the last 4 holes. Back at 13. And this a birdie that would move Thitikul within 1. Now, nicely done. So she gets to 6 under par.
It's definitely a day of taking it.
Debris that these players have faced.
No, good shot.
These bounces on this hole are much firmer than what we've seen from the rest of the course. Just with
You see the tee markers, how far forward they are today.
landed right on top of the slope, was able to generate some spin with the height that she hits at such an advantage.
Particularly good shot there, Morgan. I think she was pretty annoyed at herself to leave herself this much for a birdie on a par 5.
Especially her expectations, I'm sure, are quite high. She has played exceptional golf. Nearly
Yeah, that club
gets
has
that
been
one to
working
go.
well. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a big difference maker when she gets that putter going, using the long putter this year.
Back over at 14. Nelly Corder with a look at birdie to get to 5.
Oh, that was a good roll, wasn't it, Morgan?
Of course. And talking about views, wow.
That skyline's a pretty nice one, as is this look at birdie for Thitikul. Oh, couldn't quite take advantage of the cup like she did previously. Bit too much pace, but she taps that one in for the par, stays one back. Here at the par 4 15th, she is bogey free since the 14th hole of the 3rd round last week. That was all the way in Utah at the Black Desert Championship.
And that includes that great par save on that par 5 after hitting it in the penalty area off the tee.
Around, good momentum in this group, obviously playing alongside Minjee Lee.
Minjee finished her first 9 with 4 straight birdies. Celine started this with 4 straight birdies, Tom.
Yeah, I mean, they're kind of feeding off each other and looking to set a target when the golf course was scoreable earlier today.
Just that talented.
Well, she's the only player to have won the last 3 consecutive seasons on the LPGA Tour. But now we'll get out to the 15th tee and Jeeno Thitikul.
And she's going to try and take it over the left bunker. It's 242 to carry that, with a bit of helping wind.
All right, now Nelly has been good with the driver today, Karen.
She has. I expect a similar line from Nelly. It's a little dogleg to the left. And if you can carry it 240, you're at a huge advantage on this hole, because it just allows you to have a much shorter shot into the green, because you can carry that left bunker. If not, you'd have to play it more out to the right. This is a little bit out to the right. More right than I think she wanted, but I think it's going to be fine.
Just able to keep it inside that right fairway bunker.
Yeah, been working on that for a while, that putt, and it just wasn't comfortable. It's downhill, and that's a shot thrown away on a par 5.
What a momentum killer that is, Tom, especially with that wedge into the green. Gotta really keep that out of your mind as best as you can. It's what makes this game so tough.
Oh, she just had such a good round of golf going. She had 4 consecutive birdies, as you can look at birdie and the solo lead on 15. She's just seemed a little bit rattled out at 15. Jeeno Thitikul, great position here at the par 4, Karen.
Well, and she was off of an upslope too, from 138.
Just got a little bit ahead of that, maybe off.
Needed to. Nelly's got 137. She also is on a little bit of an upslope, but the ball is above her feet on this right side as well.
Galloway started way right. But I can tell that came off the face
today, but right now we'll go to 18. Steph Kyriakou with the birdie putt to climb within 2.
One of the hardest holes here on this golf course. Playing the second hardest today. Way to finish in style.
Over at 15, Karen. Nelly with a wedge in hand.
It is, and she's got a little upslope here. Probably one of the best chippers in the game.
It's for birdie.
Just up the hill here. Not too dissimilar from the putt she made at 11. That one just sneaks by.
Oh, that was to jump out of that three-way tie for the lead and take the lead at right.
Section in the middle of the green. Bit of a double breaker here for Minji. Should go to the left at the end. Catches the hole, but not able to bounce back.
Oh, that looked good.
Still a good confident stroke after a three-putt. Tendency would be to be a little bit tentative.
Let's cross over to 16 and check in with another one of our co-leaders. It's Haidan Yu. Middle of the fairway at the par 4. Oh, that's going to...
Out of that bunker on the left, you're going to have a shot of about 100 yards into this flag. That's dangerously close to the right side. Still going down towards the bunker.
Oh, you called it, Karen.
Yeah, that's going to be a hanging lie. That's not going to be an easy stance right there.
All right, well, let's check in now with the race to the CME Globe. These are the current standings, and there is Jeeno. She's in second. She was the race to the CME Globe champion last season, so off to a good start again. She's been incredibly consistent this season. There's Haidan Yu, moved up after that win at the Black Desert Championship last weekend. And now Nelly, just behind the trees, she's away.
And that's a really good position shot there. Nice draw into the center of the fairway.
Where it really matters. So they get to see the pros compete under the highest amount of pressure and learn a lot.
We saw a wonderful example of that last year with Gianna Clement alongside Nelly Corder in the final group, as we show you Jeeno Thitikul there at 16. One of the big stories this week as well is Jana Wilson and her return now as a professional, the first returning junior with you, and having a bit of a conversation. I thought I'd try and chat to Nelly while I was here, but I couldn't. She was so dialed in with the corporate partners and competitors in her group, and I just thought that was so wonderful. It was such a perfect example firsthand of how invested she was, and it was such proof of how much value I think all of the LPGA Tour place in the Pro-Am each and every week.
For sure. You know, she was so poised and at a young age to, you know, be with C-level suite executives and to carry on conversation. I think that's, you know, so underrated about how much of a...
The commute is just part of that.
Yeah, 100%. The player experience is, you know, one of our biggest area that we want to achieve. You know, me being a player so soon, you know, before, the player experience is something that I wanted to make sure was great. And you know, I was playing with Jerry, the CEO, yesterday, and he's like, what can we be more of? And, you know, he's like, are the players happy? Or, you know, are they comfortable? Are they taken care of? So it really matters to Mizuho that the players are getting taken care of. And as a player, from a player standpoint, that means everything. Not just, oh, how's the branding of the tournament? How are the fans? But no, his first question is, how are the players liking the tournament?
Well, no better player in the world right now than Nelly Corder. As we watch her get away at 17. And I presume the feedback that you're getting from the players is equally welcome. They're grateful for an opportunity like this week.
Yeah, no, it's amazing to see the impact that we've made on just such short time. You know, I was with Ingrid and the
Fizz West as we get back out to the golf here at the Mizuho Americas Open. This is for Haidan Yu to jump back into the solo lead at 7 under par, and that's kind of been the story the last couple of holes. Just the golf course and find one or the other in the fivesome who are tied on top right now. Jeeno Thitikul is on the fairway at 17.
And she has 144 left. Slight downslope for her. That's kind of nice because it is playing back into the wind. Hole location perched on that little peninsular side of the green to the right.
That was perfect again. That'll give her a good look for birdie, which would take her out in front on her own.
Her ball has found a divot. It's quite a deep sand-filled divot. This is from 116 and a wedge.
Nice shot out of that lie. Got just a little bit ahead of it, trying to compress the ball and get down. Yeah, went deep into the ground with that one. Hopefully it's all okay, but she'll have a putt for birdie on the 17th.
look at a downhill birdie putt.
It is. I think it's going to go a little left too.
She hasn't been able to capitalise since the 12th hole, but this is kind of the story of what happened on the 17th, Morgan.
She's in that divot, and she shakes her wrist, trying to get really steep on that one.
Walking up to the green, she was still a little unsure. So hope no damage done to the world number one there. She obviously caught something.
Just maybe tweak something there, trying to stretch out the nerves.
Oh, there's a smile on her face now. Nothing to get too concerned about, hopefully, for our defending champion. And Nelly Korda with just one hole to play in this opening round. She's 4 under par right now. And par 4, 18th to come. Find out the scoop for us, Karen?
I'm working on it. Definitely got her good with that divot, so you can see she's still stretching, trying to loosen things up a little bit. And I think she's very glad there's only one hole to go.
Yeah, she always has her physio with her, so I'm sure we'll try and loosen that up a bit.
Won't need to join Michelle Wee West inside the physio trailer. If in doubt. That's where you'll find our tournament host. But now, good look at birdie for Jeeno. Now, nicely done.
Tough to get it all the way back there, but downwind will help. Oh, goodness, what a miscue. That's surprising to see her land that a good 5-6 paces past flag high.
Yeah, fairway back too.
Oh, Haydan's been stuck in neutral a bit. That last birdie came at the 10th. Still, mistake-free round of golf so far.
Is from that direction, pushing you towards the bunkers that are on the left. It's the second one I think that Jeeno has to be careful of. It's 270 off the tee to get to it. So if she gets one turning over, that one is very much in range. That's down the fairway nicely, no problem.
And avoids any divots.
Yes, managed to avoid them there. It's a popular spot because of that upslope there on the left side.
Okay,
It
now
is,
Nelly.
it's the skinniest part of the fairway too. Once you get down past those bunkers. Same thing for Nelly. That bunker, that second bunker on the left, is definitely within range for her.
Didn't swing there.
But no issue there.
It looked like a good full swing where she wasn't trying to protect anything there with her wrist. Just skirts through into the first cut there.
Oh, Nelly Korda in all 5 of her title defenses so far this year. Had her best finish at the back on the 18th hole. We showed you Haydan Yu's approach that just fell into one of the runoff areas here at 18.
She's had to work hard with this club on this back 9 all the way back to her big victory last week. Just inside left. Oh, what a, she just pushed it. Just a meet.
18, and this is the last shot you expect for Haydan Yu, who suffered a closing bogey. A disappointing last few holes for her. Nothing really since the 10th. Saved a lot of good pars and ultimately gave away a shot there at the last. So she's at 5 under, nevertheless good start on a Thursday with an opening 67. Edgen Choi, the best round of the day so far.
Yeah, Karen, ideally want to land it just on the bottom tier and let it trickle up to the top. Try and keep it below the hole.
Oh, what a shot.
Just kind of like that. That's pretty perfect.
There's obviously something about her game that suits this golf course. She's finished inside the top 10 the previous 2 years.
her game suits any golf course. She's in the top 10 almost every week. I mean, the way she's played this back nine has been sensational.
Yeah, to your point, she's had 5 top 10s on the LPGA Tour this season. 112th and 124th place finish, so she's consistent. Now Nelly.
And that was a gap wedge on the way, from a couple of yards less. Just an awkward lie. It was on an upslope and the ball was below her feet.
And she can't quite get that to climb up onto the upper tier at 18. So Jeeno Thitikul marches down the 18th hole, leading the way by 1 at the Mizuho Americas Open.
She does, and it's quite a good little tier that she has to negotiate in this green.
Yeah, this one down a little depression, short right of the green. That's lovely touch. Great feel there from Celine. It should be.
Celine. Now back at 18. Nelly finish off with a power and get in at 4 under. And she does. So our defending champion is 3 back right now. A couple of bogeys on the first. Over at 9. Minjee.
I mean, that was just a horrible lie for Minjee. It's in that first.
Goon for birdie.
I think this one's pretty straightforward. I think all the players in this group will be fairly glad they are done with their round, because the temperature's definitely dropped and the wind's starting to pick up a bit for the afternoon wave.
Well done, Jeeno. 8 under par, 64 to set the pace here at the Mizuho Americas Open. Bogey free, just fantastic round of golf.
I don't see that being caught this afternoon. It will take something special as the conditions continue to change. Oh my goodness, Tom, what is going on with Minjee here? Just making up.
Rose Morgan.
Really, you could kind of see that emotion there after she missed that first putt. Now just really try and regroup. Oh goodness.
Across the fairway. I think some players could hit driver, but they'd be right on the edge there of risking going into the penalty area. So it makes it even more difficult. You know you're going to be coming in with a long iron or a hybrid. And Minjee finishes that one off, but that...
We'll go over to 9. Celine Boutier to finish off with a par, get in at 6 under, which she does. Just.
Doesn't look like the most confident stroke there.
Always amazes me, your ability to get the job done on a tough golf course. What is it about tough golf courses that really focuses your mind?
I think here it just, being on the fairway for to keep your ball on play on the fairway should be a really big key. And then wasn't that hard for this morning because we got no wind in the front 9. We can be aggressive at the pin, and yeah, that's pretty much really, you have to be really focused on, don't go anywhere else except the fairways that you have been doing right there. And yeah, that's pretty much I focused about.
So you had a week off last week after a tough week at Chevron. We've got some majors coming up. How do you use your time off before you come into a tournament like this?
I basically kind of relax my mind going to shopping. Went to a morning run, got you some kind of relaxing mentals and mind for the health. Because when I run, I just don't think about anything at all. I was just so tired and keep it going. And yeah, it's always nice to have a week off, fixing everything that you want to work on, and yeah, just coming back here and then be happy to be in the tournament again.
Does playing with the world #1 Nelly and with Hye-Dan Yu just in front of you on a hot streak, does it give you any extra motivation with your game?
I think definitely I've been out here every day, week in, week out. It's motivating me to get better and better, because the field is getting stronger and stronger. A lot of good players come in, a lot of new faces that been doing good out there. So it's just you can't just sit and then just do what you do. You have to be improving every day.
Well, thank you so much for your time. Good luck the rest of the way. Well done again today.
Thank you.
Oh, she's so impressive to watch. Won the race to CME Globe last year. Let's show you what she did today. Picking up the action here at the 8.
Par 5, you really want to take advantage of here, and nearly holes her third.
That was almost pitch perfect, but she got a third birdie of the front nine, turned in 33, then this at 11 for her third birdie in the last 4 holes.
Watch this as it takes a victory lap here around the hole.
She'd also birdied the 13th and then played this beauty into 17.
Her iron play was on point today, only missed 3 greens.
Bogey free in this opening round, 64, and finished with back-to-back birdies. She set this one up on 18.
Landed this in the perfect position, one of the best shots we have seen all day into that top 18.
Well, she won 2 times on the LPGA Tour Mizuho Americas Open, where Jeeno Thitikul leads the way by 2.